Okay, so let's solve this quadratic equation. First you have to set her to 0. To use the quadratic formula, it has to be set to 0. Got to have the x squared term, the x term, and the constant term. So a is 1, b is minus 16, c is a negative 32. So x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So let's plug it in. So a negative b, when b is negative, becomes a double negative, and that's going to cancel to a positive. Then we have a negative 16 squared, that'll be a positive, minus 4 times a is 1 times c is negative 32. So we're going to, I see another double negative coming, which is going to cancel over 2 times a. So the double negative on the front gives you 16. 16 squared, I think that's 256. 36, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 1, 6, 5. Yeah, 256. Minus, the negative becomes plus 4 times 32. Let's see, 4 times 30 is 120, 128. All over 2. So x equals 16 plus or minus the square root of, let's add them together. So 256 plus 128 is 384. Okay, now this is the part that maybe will get a little trickier here. We have to simplify this. So I have to see what perfect squares go in there. I took 384, I divided it by 16 and went in there. I'm gonna take 384 divided by 64. There you go. So 384, 64 goes in there, which is a perfect square. It goes in there 6 times. So this is probably where we have a question. So you get 16 plus or minus. The square root of 64 is 8. Square root of 6 over 2. Now we can take a 2 out of each term here. So 2 goes into the 16 8 times. 2 goes into the 8 4 times. You got to take it out of both of them. Okay. So I think, oops, 6 left over. 8 plus or minus the square root of 6. So there's the answers that they have. You just have to separate them out when you enter them in.